My husband was just paid $810 for the last 2 weeks. He's on workman's comp. We are a family of 9 and we need groceries. I am at Winco Foods, which is like our local cheap grocery store. Let's see how much I can get for about $125-ish. We have our daughter's 10th birthday, and then we have one bill that has to be paid out of this.
Okay, we got a bag of chips, a bunch of pizza. Okay, Red Baron. I like Red Baron. Apples, carrots, salsa, a cheese blend, more cheese, sour cream, some milk, butter, cream cheese, eggs, Yoplait yogurt, some croissants, some fries, some chicken tenders, more pizza, gravy. I don't know what that was. Some juice, some soda, some water, some bread. Okay, and she said, let's get some groceries as a low-income family of 9. Okay, I'm with you. Let's see what else.
Okay, my total was 85 and some change. Not horrible. Definitely not great considering I will have to come back and get some stuff. I realized that there's a few meals I wanted to make and I need to see what ingredients I actually need for that before I go grocery shopping. So I'm gonna go home, put all this away, and head to Target.
Now, as y'all can see, I done put on my glasses. Yes, I wear glasses because I can't see. That's why I got to get the magnifying glass. But anyway, I broke out my glasses out of pure curiosity to make sure I was seeing everything correctly. This video here that we just watched, 2.7 million views on TikTok. And I said to myself, why? Well, one of the things that comes to my mind when I see that video is she expressed that her husband was laid off. I think the part that's getting a lot of people is the fact that she mentioned her husband is on workman's comp, getting around $800 for the last 2 weeks. Another thing that I think many people are honing into is she says a family of 9, and that's her business. I'm not clocking nobody's coochie. Oh, okay. But one thing I will say is whenever money gets tight, if it is tight, because I don't know this lady's full financial situation and none of us do. They may be getting workman's comp and also have had a savings, who knows? However, one observation that I'm personally making here is this is a lot of processed food, and I have nothing against processed food necessarily. Personally, it's not my thing, but strictly for the purpose of actually trying to make your money stretch with a family of 9, I just didn't see much like vegetables, meat, chicken, whatever it is that you prefer, fruits. In my opinion, these are snacks. And we had this conversation in another video where I was saying, if you are actually trying your hardest to make something stretch, I just think there's better ways to shop, y'all. And instead of just saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how to shop, I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Instead of getting this bag of fries right here, which how many people do this? Like, I know many. You could instead literally go get a bag of potatoes from the grocery store. And just because I want to really make it make sense for everyone, this is Walmart. This is Walmart website. If you don't shop at Walmart, go to wherever you shop. Point is, generally speaking, you can get a whole bunch of potatoes, 10 pounds here to be exact, from Walmart for $4.77. Okay, compared to, getting some fries like this that might even be on the cheaper side, being that it's great value, but costing you around $2.97, essentially $3. You can get 2 pounds or you could get 10, just making a simple switch. And this isn't make anybody feel silly for not doing that. I really think some people don't know how to make things stretch the most for them in these hard times. And I know a lot of people are going through stuff, and that's why I kind of want to talk about this. This is when those decisions for especially a bigger family can make a huge difference in your grocery bill. And mind you, I just compared 2 pounds to 10 pounds and what you were getting with Walmart versus getting 10 pounds of potatoes. It's probably even worse. This lady here got 1 pound and she's trying to feed 9 people. I don't know how long this gonna stretch with 9 people. Do they got small stomachs? Because it's like potato chips. You ain't just gonna eat one. So these right here, this is food for convenience. And I understand. I do, because she said she has a family of 9. I can only imagine how quickly she needs to get dinner ready or lunch or breakfast. But this is one of the things we need to be honest about when we talk about how having a large family affects people's finances, right? Not just the finances, the convenience, unless you have like a village. And honestly, most people don't. Most people don't have a village, but if you do, that's a blessing. But if you have a large family that you have to take care of and make food for, I know a lot of people are reaching for this, but guess what? That's going to come with a higher price tag. It's processed in the freezer section. If you want to save some money, you can find some good stuff in the frozen section, like frozen vegetables. I have a lot of those. You get a lot of bang for your buck with it, as well as sometimes better nutritional value. Do you know that a lot of the vegetables and the fruits that are in the frozen section, depending on where you're shopping, of course, because some stores are going to be better than others, but many of those vegetables and fruits are picked at the optimal time, which means more nutrients going in your body. So it's not a knock against the frozen section. You just have to be aware of what you're getting in the frozen section and how you can benefit from that. Instead of getting something like this, you could get chicken breast, bread it up, fry it, whatever you do, bake it, chicken strips. It's the same thing, chicken breast. And a lot of y'all are gonna be like, my kids only eat nuggets. Or hit them with that. Well, that's too dang bad, because you gonna eat this right here or you gonna be hungry. I don't know what to tell them. You got a food processor? They got people on YouTube making chicken nuggets. Yeah. And if you really want to trick them, I know some of y'all kids are picky. Save one of them bags or one of them boxes, grind you up some chicken tenders, whatever, make you some homemade chicken nuggets, drop them in that grease, however you gonna do it, make it stretch. The kids ain't gonna know the difference, I promise you. They're not gonna know. How would they know? Some of y'all kids only eat the dang mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A. I done seen parents take the container from Chick-fil-A, saved it, and made the mac and cheese at home with real cheese, by the way. That's the only way to do it. And then give it to their kids. Kids was happy. They don't know. Y'all, these pizzas right here, they used to be 99 cents. Ask me how I know. I was raised on them. My mom had a bunch of these in the deep freezer. I don't know if they 99 cents no more though. I don't know. I mean, on the bright side, she did get some apples, but I need to go check a look at these comments. And she said here, grocery shopping is way too expensive these days. I agree, it is expensive, but there are better ways to do it, y'all. Like, honestly, there are better ways. If you need to make it stretch, a lot of y'all are shopping like you don't need the money to stretch, and maybe it's not that deep for her, and that's okay. I'm just trying to give little tips. This comment says, you need to be working too, mama. Now, I'm trying to understand why it got so many comments and views. And you know what? It's making sense. 9 people, $125. Put all that back, start over. Meat, potatoes, rice, pasta, and beans. Then fresh fruits and veggies. And then everybody in the comments just saying both of y'all should be working because she said she is a stay-at-home mom. Another comment saying one income for 9 people makes no sense. Others saying when money is tight, cut out the junk food. I have to agree with that to an extent. I'm not saying people just have to go without the things that they like, but for a family of 9, like 9? You know, it just might have to be this season, you know? Others saying almost all name brand stuff, mind you, zero sympathy. Ooh, tough crowd. Others saying this is so irresponsible. Now, what was getting me isn't even the video we just seen. It's this right here. Man, what? And again, I need to give the full context because I think that matters, right? I think that matters. Let me show. Now, this video I just showed you all right here where she says, let's get some groceries as a low-income family of 9 was posted not too long ago, y'all. May 24th, 2026. Okay, this here says testing for baby 8. Baby number 8, 5 months postpartum. Okay. She posted this in December 15th to be exact, in 2025. Ma'am, I just have to call a thing because I'm a little confused. 6 months after you post this video here, you post the video saying that you're a low income family of 9. I gotta just see what's going on. I'm a little worried.
I am currently testing to see if I am pregnant with baby number 8. I am 5 months postpartum with baby number 7 here. And I have an IUD in. I already dipped it. Let's take a quick, it's going across. We're waiting to see if it says positive. I kind of see why. I have been feeling kind of nauseous in the mornings. I have a cold, so like that's not a big deal. Although I've been breaking out. I put a filter on because of how much I'm breaking out, so you can't really tell. And then the main reason I am testing is because I had a dream. And this would not be the first time that a dream has told me I am pregnant. So I took 2 tests yesterday. Both of them have lines, very light lines. I am testing again. I thought I had a digital test. Turns out I have absolutely no clue where that is. So for now, we're just continuing to dip in the little cheapy test that I had left over from the Sansa man. I feel like there's definitely a line for me. It's so hard to see. Can you put filter? I feel like I need to put this out there because I already know I'm gonna get so much judgment for the fact that I could be pregnant with baby number 8. I have an IUD for the first time in 15 years. I have not had birth control in over 15 years. My oldest is 11. We've had a couple, I don't want to say oopsies, because like I love my children and I'm so happy every single one of them are here. And if I am pregnant, I will be thrilled. Do not get me wrong. But I put an IUD in for a reason, because like we just financially can't afford another baby right now. My husband is finishing school. It's just really not a great time. Although we have considered baby number 8 in the future, we have not decided on that. So we have taken our precautions. I just want to say the most we possibly could, which is with birth control this time, which I'm not a fan of. Like, honestly, I hate having it in. I spot all the time, and I would gladly take it out, except for the fact that I am not ready for another baby.
I mean, at least she's saying financially it's not the best time. Like, this is a lot.
My body needs to heal.
Right.
My husband needs to graduate and get a better paid job, all the things.
Now, the comments are saying this doesn't make a lick of sense. Many people thinking that it's gotta be rage bait at this point. Honestly, I can understand why a lot of people think it's rage bait, but let's be honest and have a real conversation about the landscape of TikTok and social media, making it lucrative for many people, couples specifically, to have children. And I'm not just talking about a few children. I'm talking about like the TikTok couples, the social media couples that have children because the views of how their life is going to be generates money. Like, that is a lucrative business. Like, I hate that is the case, but it is the case. There are people who have bad children or encourage their children to perform bad acts on camera, knowing good and well that the internet is forever unforgiving. Does the parent care? No. Does the parent say, you know what? Is this going to get me clicks and views? Engagement? Comments? Yes. And you know what they'll do? They'll call you a hater in the comments for saying, why you got your child on the internet like this? Like, that's weird. Don't you care about their digital footprint? And they'll tell you to mind your business, because a lot of the time it's on purpose. It really is. You know what this reminds me of? I don't know many of you know what this is, because at this point I'm showing my age and I don't care because I'm 33. John and Kate plus 8. It's giving John and Kate plus 8 right now, because we don't know if she's pregnant. John and Kate plus 8 minus 1. Do the math. And for those of y'all who know how that went for them, that was interesting. Spoiler alert, they didn't stay together and they had 8 kids together. My. But it was perfect reality TV. TikTok is now reality TV. It might even be scripted reality. However you want to look at it, it's entertainment for those people who want to see what is the life like of somebody who has 8 children. Because whether you think it's rage bait or not, the children are evidence that will be on this earth until they give up the ghost. No amount of anybody on social media saying this is rage bait can take away the fact that those children exist. And if they so choose to pop out another one, it just is what it is, even if it's for clicks and views. And I'm not saying she's doing this. I'm saying the people who do it, you know, have children so it can be like a TV show and stuff like that, I think have to also remember that though they're looking at the children a lot of times as monetary gain or an asset that can help them achieve financial success that maybe they currently don't have, this is a living being, a human. And if you look, just go look at some of the parents who have done this and what the children actually think and how the children are actually living, it's kind of sad. It is. It's kind of sad. I seen a video of a very similar situation, but that mother was posting her children's reaction to her saying, yeah, I'm having another baby. And the older daughter looked sick. She looked like, it was, I think, her and her older brother, or her brother, because I think she was the oldest. Nonetheless, they looked mad. The young kids looked happy. If y'all know what I'm talking about, comment down below. The mom was happy. The youngest daughters or the little baby toddlers was happy. Them oldest kids was looking at her like, girl, again? What is you doing? Honestly, I'll probably be like that too, because that's a lot. That's a lot for the kid. And then on top of that, it's one thing if you have the resources, but it's a whole nother conversation if you're saying you're doing something like that, knowing that you don't have any resources for these children. Like that's, whew, you know, I'm thinking that's a lot of colleges. Is anybody saving for the kid to go to college? I don't know. What about sports? What about any sort of activities at the school? Will there be resources for that? And again, everybody's financial situation, even though she's saying that they're low income right now, they don't have to be low income forever. But currently, in our current society, adding another child, that would be a lot. Whew.
Day 2 of trying to conceive baby number 8.
And I went to go girl, you done got me stuttering over here. I went to do my due diligence to see the follow-up video for what we just seen. Cause I could have sworn she just said she knows she wasn't in the right financial situation to bring a child into this world. And that's perfectly fine. I have nothing against that. Cause I ain't trying to clock nobody coochie, cause don't be clocking mine. But at this point, ma'am, you finna piss me off. She just said my screen say, I'm gonna have to, where my magnifying glass? Day 2 of trying to conceive baby number 8. Where's day 1? I don't even say you gonna piss me off. She gonna piss, I can see. Actually, let me go back. let me see day 1 for the plot.
I'm a mom to 7 kids. I always wanted 7 kids. I now have 7 kids, and I feel like maybe I actually want 8. The problem is we are in a 4-bedroom apartment, and that's really just not doable price-wise. So I have an IUD in. I did post a video a while back about how I thought maybe I was pregnant with my IUD.
Yeah.
A ton of people informed me that they got pregnant while on an IUD. So I have decided I'm gonna start trying for baby number 8 with an IUD.
And I tell you, she's gonna piss me off. Like I'm low-key upset at myself right now. I am, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I don't like the coochie clocking. I don't like it. I don't like that. But look, people be trying to clock my coochie. When you gonna have kids? You 33? You're out of line. Mind your business. That's how I be feeling, right? So I don't necessarily want to clock nobody. I know how that feels, right? I know how that feels. But ma'am, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Is coochie clocking wrong in this case? And I know I'm not the only one that's like, we coochie clocking, because that doesn't make sense. And she's saying it didn't make sense financially. It's going against what I believe. It's going against what am I? And I'm a hypocrite. I am. I will admit when in my head I'm having it's one of those moments. You know, I always say at the end of my videos, we gotta start making better decisions today in order to have a better future. The today is now, ma'am. The today is this. The future is the baby. You know, since you trying, you going 8 for 8, John and Kate. Oh, let me hear the rest. I wasn't ready for this.
So I have an ovulation test. Let's take it.
I'm officially it's getting worse. And I'm gonna explain for those of you who don't understand. An ovulation test is a test that will tell you essentially when the best likely chance is of you conceiving a child. Generally, people take this if they're trying to get pregnant on purpose. Girl, have you been outside lately and just seen the stuff going on? I just be curious. Do the parents that have children right now look at the kids and say, the future looks promising for you in 40 years, 30 years, when you're 30, when you're 40? I'm just curious. I can't answer that. I'm just wondering, are y'all thinking about how your life went when you were growing up, and you think that that's going to be the same for your children? Because how my parents grew up ain't nothing like how I grew up. It ain't nothing like what I'm dealing with right now. Same concept. What does that look like for the kids? Does anybody think about that? In 2026, when you're considering children, and I have nothing against that, but are you considering what you can give to the children? The resources available, and things can change, don't get me wrong, but I hope this is rage bait. I do. I hope it's rage bait. And if you're rage baiting because he got laid off and y'all need some coins, I get it. I don't think she's you can't rage bait 8 kids. They're actually here. This is scary.
I'm sure I'm gonna get a bunch of comments saying how irresponsible this is of me, and how could I possibly want an 8th when I already have 7 and you're living in an apartment and all the things. I think you're probably right. Not all of it, but I do.
I don't like this at all. I don't like this one bit.
I want one. I want one so bad. Not bad enough to go get my IUD out, which I could do, and that would be irresponsible.
She says she want one. Ma'am, you got 7. You got 7 in another room right now. What do you mean I want one? Is this Pokemon gotta catch 'em all? Is that what y'all trying to do? I'm like, go in the other room and pick one. Go have a play date right now. You got 7 to choose from. She talking about I want one. You got 7. And ma'am, are you okay? Genuinely. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm convinced a lot of y'all just like babies. If she get to switch up and say it's probably not the best thing to do, but you know, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like I got the right. I have freedom of speech and I'm using it. Some of y'all, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's her, y'all like babies, and you forget the babies become adult. let me actually make it a little bit worse for y'all. Let me do that. A lot of y'all like babies, but you don't like toddlers. You like babies, but you hate teenagers. You like babies, you gonna cut your kids off at 18. Tell them to figure it out themselves. You like babies, when your child is 30, they can't call on you for nothing. You did your job. You like babies. Babies are temporary. They're cute. I'm not taking away, like, I understand why a lot of y'all like babies. You're like, they're cute, they depending on me, they're vulnerable. And I believe that that is what makes babies appealing to many people. You get to dress them up, they're small, they're tiny. When people see the baby, it's, oh, I get it. But those are people that have to live a life. What type of life that will be, nobody knows. Lord knows. You know, people that will have to navigate in this world with the best that you gave them. The question I want people to think about is, what are you giving to the next generation if you're choosing to bring them here? What are you giving them? Are you bringing them into chaos, struggle? This is a legit question and a reasonable question. I have nothing against babies, by the way, either, or people wanting to have them. I have everything against people doing things that they know doesn't make sense, that likely would put them in a bad financial situation. I'm against that. I don't think it's cute. I don't. And some of y'all like babies so much that when you see people doing things like that, you just, it's a congratulations moment. And you know what happens in my head? Like, I get scared. You know, I understand saying congratulations to be kind, to be nice, but do y'all get scared for people when you know they done did something like, oh man? But nobody's gonna say that. They're gonna just say congratulations. But if we're being honest, they thinking the same thing I'm thinking. They're thinking the same thing. Somebody here said something I think is very interesting. They said sometimes it's less about what you want and more about what your kids need. And girl, I say this with love. Just buy a fish or something. Buy a puppy, a cocker spaniel, a Scooby-Doo, a Courage the Cowardly Dog, a Goofy, if you will. Was he a dog? I think so. Is even getting pregnant with that in healthy for a baby? I don't know.
So ultimately, the biggest reason I'm not taking out my IUD right now and trying for another baby is my husband is supposed to graduate in August, and there's a lot of unknowns with that graduation. We don't know where we'll have to relocate to, if we'll have to relocate, and so ultimately I'd like to wait to officially start trying once some of those questions are answered. Also, I would like to have a baby in a month that we don't already have a kid. Right now we have birthdays March, April, May, June, July, August. We don't have one in September, but we have one in October. And although I wouldn't mind having another baby in a month that we already have a birthday, I do kind of like that they all have their own birth month. So I would like to try to continue that.
Y'all be serious too. Jesus, take the wheel.
But yeah, we have talked about it and we are not positive what we want to do. As of right now, I don't feel confident in taking out my IUD, but if we were to conceive a baby with the IUD in, we would be thrilled. Over the moon happy. Yeah, so.
Happy that you're having the baby, in my opinion, isn't the problem. That's not the problem. The conversation that is missing is having a baby in poverty, having a baby on purpose, knowing you're not working, you have a lot of other kids, and you know the husband is trying to get his footing in his career, which is, and that's amazing. That's great. I hope he gets paid a lot of money. Maybe he does, because she just said he was getting workman's comp. Maybe he's a doctor, a lawyer, a surgeon. I hope he is, because what?
I'm not opposed to having a baby. I just don't know that I'm ready to actually go take out my IUD and up the chances, if that makes sense.
Look, there is other people in the comments like me, just, that's been me the whole video. Like, and look, ma'am, and the comments are filled with, wait, another kid? Others saying trying while on workman's comp is insane. Literally, what the F? Girl, are you not exhausted? I have one child and can barely keep up. Granted, I'm a single mom, but I'm literally exhausted. Others saying this has to stop, girlfriend. It's not a game. It is seeming like, especially when she said, Lord have mercy, she want them to have their own birth month. Like, and y'all can say y'all hope she's trolling, but if she already has 7 kids, it can't be 7 kids is a lot of kids right now. I'm not gonna think somebody that has 7 kids is trolling, because you made it to 4 to 5 and said let's continue. If that was the case, the trolling ended a while ago. That's not even a question. Plate dinner with me as a single mom of 7 who's feeding 10 kids. So this is what she's feeding her kids. What is that? Oh, noodles, spaghetti. They getting a scoop and some sauce and maybe a piece of meat. They might be little kids. So one meatball. The one meatball. Okay, they might be small though, y'all. She said she was having them back to back. Some green beans. You gotta make it stretch with the vegetables and hey, the other kids might be small. Where are the rest of the plates? Maybe she already made them. I can't. And I only wanted to show this because this is... What is this? Stuffing?
I just wanted to come on here and clear some things up. A lot of people are assuming I was rage baiting. And in the video that took off, I was not rage baiting. But out of complete honesty, yes, I have rage baited in the past. My trying to conceive videos are rage bait. I saw what TikTok could offer my family. We are struggling and I want to be home with my kids. I want to raise my kids. That's why I had them.
What did I say earlier? It's lucrative. Is it not? It's lucrative. Whether you're rage baiting or not, having 7, 8, 9, 10 kids on social media is lucrative. I don't make the rules. You don't gotta like it. It is what it is. It's lucrative. Gets the people going. It does. And that's why people do it on purpose sometimes. They have kids on purpose because they see other people and they say, you know what? That person is getting views. They're getting attention. Attention is currency. I can get some sponsorship, some brand deals. Get my daughter that playhouse. I get it. I really do. If anybody knows, I know. I do get it. But this is what I meant, y'all. The parents will monetize their children.
I love being a mom. It is like my joy in life. Do I have days where I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Heck yeah, I truly do. But ultimately, I saw that TikTok could give my kids an amazing life. Like the best life. And so I was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get that following so that I can join the creator rewards program, so that I can start making money, so that I can start giving my kids vacations and stuff they haven't had in the last year. With that being said though, I don't think I truly understood what would follow and I was not prepared for it. So if you are in a similar situation, I recommend just continuing to be authentic and posting whatever content it is that makes you happy, because in the end, I think that will be more beneficial if you can get a following of like-minded people in that aspect than this.
And if I was a mother who, came across this, or if I was a person that was entertained by seeing them sad plates being served and rage baiting, or like saying stuff like, I'm going to have more babies, knowing that I can't financially afford it. The minute that you would have made this video and I seen this, I'm like, I'm not interested no more. I'm just being honest. I was here for the plot, but I agree with her. If you're actually trying to make an audience, I think she could have went about this in many different ways. If she actually does have as many children as she says, she didn't even have to show the children. There's people on here just showing their day-to-day life, not showing the children, and people are still gonna eat you up. They're gonna, no matter what type of content you do on social media, somebody somewhere is not gonna like you. There's gonna be a group of people who like you and a group of people who don't like you. And all you really have to do is find the people who like you and keep doing the thing that's working for you. Just lean into, hey, this is my life, because people love John and Kate +8. I'm just saying. So, rage baiting didn't have to happen.
Because this has been hard. This has been hard. But going forward, I'm hopeful that being my authentic, genuine self will still bring in followers, and people will see that the assumptions people are making of me are not all true.
I wish her the best. And I don't personally think it's the best idea to monetize children. Monetize yourself. If they even have to be on the camera, and I've been saying this for years on this channel. If they have to be in your content, who's watching that? No. Think about what I'm saying. Who, wink, wink, is watching your kids? Who's doing that? Who are they tuning in for? They tuning in for you or something else? Ain't no way, in my opinion, that I would think it's normal for any grown adults to be tuning in to watch no kids. I don't want to see you. Who want to see your kids on the playground? Hello? That need to stay at the house. Some of y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. Y'all want to do kid content creation stuff, kids all in the video, just doing any and everything. Who's watching them kids? Y'all think they're all normies? If you get what I mean? And then look, I'm getting so mad I'm starting to stutter. And doing it what, for a buck? A buck. Kids' face just plastered all over the internet for some money. their kids. And I'm be honest, I'm not saying her. I'm saying a lot of people aren't getting money and they kids is plastered all over. They plastered all over the internet. Ain't got a dime. Just think other people are getting money on social media, so I want to try it, and they're not doing it off of their face. They're using their, like, it be making me mad. It really does. That is one of the things I don't agree with that. I don't. It's a hard no for me. And I think adults resonate with adults because it ain't a bunch of kids watching that channel. Like, come on, don't monetize the kids, y'all. Stop it. Like, we shouldn't even be having this conversation still in 2026. Just look at the kids that have been plastered over the internet and they grow up, they be pissed off. They're going to become an adult. Just being real. Some of y'all don't think about that.
I am here asking for help with budgeting. If you're great at budgeting, please drop all your tips because I need help and I'm not afraid to admit that. I need help and I'm willing to do better. I want to do better. I'm great at making a meal plan, not so great sticking to the meal plan. Also not so great going into the grocery store with that meal plan in mind. So any tips and tricks on that, that'd be very helpful.
She said, help me learn the budget for a low income family of 9. What I have noticed is, girl, did your number go up? What do you mean for a family of 9? Are you editing in? Are you rage baiting? Now, see, the thing is, ma'am, we don't know if you serious. We do know you have children. I've seen many of kids on that TikTok. And somebody kids, dang it, a whole school bus. But nonetheless, how your number go from low income family of 8 to 9? So we wasn't supposed to catch the jump.
Just wanted to come on here and clear.
And here it is again in the video I just watched. Where is 9 coming from? I fear she might be rage baiting right now, or she's pregnant. And look, girl, I'm not trying to clock your coop. Look, I did enough of that. I give up actually, cause I see you play it. And I get it. You want to make your money from home. You're a mother. I get it. But girl, I don't know if I believe you. I don't. But I'll say this. She talked about help me learn the budget, and the same financial advice to nobody, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a blabbermouth on the internet. You heard me. But the discipline has to come from you. It don't matter what plan you got without discipline, okay? That's almost for any situation that you can think of. Does it work if you wrote it down and you didn't follow the plan? Like, you have a workout plan. You say, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna get 20 pounds off by July. Okay, you got your meal plan. You know how much you're supposed to be eating, blase, how much steps you're supposed to get in, how much weights you're supposed to lift. You got it down to a science. But you know where you at? Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Jersey Mike's, Chipotle. You ain't getting the normal stuff. You getting the stuff that's gonna stick on you. Chick-fil-A. Does it matter? If you had a list, if you're not gonna follow what's on the plan, you gotta do the thing, y'all. You gotta do the thing to get the results. And I think a lot of people are asking, like, hey, how can I better follow my plan? The real question, I think, is how can you be better disciplined? What are you doing to make sure you don't go outside of the plan? That might be a better question, but I digress. I need to know one thing. Are y'all stressed out? Because this was really a lot, ma'am. Best of luck to you and your 9, family of 9, Johnny Kate plus 8. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot, but I need to know, do y'all think that if you have children already, it is irresponsible to bring children into this world if you know that you are not financially ready? Or do you think that, hey, the more the merrier, just have them and figure everything out later? It is a very interesting discussion, to say the least. And I know, or feel at least, that it's going to be split in the comments, because a lot of y'all love babies. Y'all do. And everything goes out the window when the baby is cute. And, oh, it's a baby. Blah, blah. Okay, I get it. But be honest with me, because if you want to fight about it, you know what to do in the comments. We got to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.